All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley, the morning show. Hey, man, I hope everybody having a blessed holiday season. Man, I was going through something yesterday, and I'm sure a lot of y'all, everybody's out there listening, going through it. The holidays are a tough time for a lot of people, and I do not want to make this about me. This is not about me, and I'm not looking for no kind of sympathy. Yesterday was 3 years since I buried my granddad, and I was feeling some kind of way yesterday. And then I came, them Facebook memories started popping up. And, it wasn't the thing, because I'm at peace with my grandfather's past. My grandfather lived a full life. He was 92. He was a G. And, and I got everything that I could get, out of my grandfather. To be 50 years old with a grandfather is a blessing within itself, because some people never met their grandparents.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But what tore me up yesterday that did bring tears to my eyes, one particular post came up. It was the night after my granddad's service. I was in the dressing room in Jackson, Mississippi, and I had a show that night. That Martin Lawrence tour was still going. Now, mind you, I got that phone call that he had passed about 3 minutes before I was introduced to get ready to go on stage. And I had to shake that off and put that cell phone in my back pocket. And go on that stage. And before that, Brett, 20 years ago, my grandma died. I was being introduced to go on 106 and Park with AJ and Free to introduce the new season of BET's Comic View.
And you still was able to do it?
Man, you had to. And that's what the topic is about this morning, man. What I wanted to talk about this morning, Brett, I sat there and I put that cell phone in my back pocket and I went on stage and gave a award-winning performance because, man, my granddaddy wouldn't have had it no other way.
Right.
You know what I mean? I left a repast early to get on the road, left my family to get on the road, and then did the show, and then came all the way back and never really took a day off from work, like, for real. So the thing about it is I just want to encourage everybody that's going through something out there, that have lost a loved one during this holiday season, not this holiday season, during the holiday season, and the holiday season is a trigger for you. And I just want to encourage people, man, I just need you to understand that your parents and your grandparents went through the same stuff. And it just don't seem like your grandmama, Brett, went through this stuff. It seems like they was always happy and strong, but you don't realize that your grandmother had a grandmother.
Yeah.
And they went through it, and they kept a straight face, and they smiled, and they gave us the best that they had. And that goes back to a message I probably said before when I said that we are them. And sometimes you got to step outside of the box, man, and realize that it's only a test. Yep. That God will give you double for your trouble. It's only a test. How are you going to handle this situation? Is you going to make it about you? Or are you going to stick? Because, Brett, God is so good. I walked on stage in Jackson, Mississippi that night 3 years ago after burying my granddad. I saw people with masks on. It wasn't a pandemic then. People had masks on because they were sick. People had oxygen tanks. And God has given me a spirit of discernment, Brett, and I'm sure you see it too. You can walk on stage and look in the audience and see people, and you can tell that they sick.
Yeah.
And people you can tell the one that has spent their last dime and don't have anything just to come. And this is going to be one of the greatest moments of their whole life before they leave this earth.
Yes.
And who are you to cancel a show?
That's
you
right.
Can't, you can't cancel.
You can't.
You can't. You can't.
We are them. We are them.
We are them.
Grandmothers go through so much stuff and they hold a family together. They go through everybody's stuff and they still smile. They still cook. They still take care of you. They still love you through it all.
Brett, they didn't have nothing.
Nothing.
They didn't have the resources that we had. And they still did it. Still sent up in that kitchen and make those cakes and those pies and that Thanksgiving dinner, had a house smelling good, Christmas music on, toys under the tree, everything that you ever wanted. Yeah. And here we are with all these resources and about to pass out, man. You got to see it through.
Yep.
You have to see it through. It's a poem by Edgar Guest called See It Through. Google it and learn it. We had to learn it when we was pledging. See it through and Invictus. And I'm telling y'all, man, don't make it about you. And when you feeling down and you feeling depressed and you feeling sad, man, go to the Salvation Army. They will let you. now that COVID is over, and put on an apron and serve. That's what I do when I get depressed. I go to the Salvation Army and just walk in the kitchen. They know me. And I just take an apron and put it on and figure out when the next meal. They tell me what time, and I put the apron on. When you see the faces of people standing in line just to get a hot dog with some sauerkraut on it, a handful of chips, and a slice of cake, when you see the look in their face, you'll get some gratitude real quick.
Yes.
And I just want everybody to have some gratitude and just put some fire up under you this morning and let you know that everything is going to be all right. God is still good, and God is still in the blessing business. And all of this, all of it is only a test. Only a test. God will give you double for your trouble. Be encouraged this holiday season. Have a great time. Go out and bless people. Give away toys. Participate in community events or whatever. And I promise you, man, God will open up unbelievable doors for you and pour out blessings that you don't even have room to receive. Let that word be a blessing. Our time right now is 25 before the top of the hour. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.